It's in the game. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Chicago Bears, and it's all up next.
And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Chicago. Ty Johnson now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, and stardom quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to. And just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass, and just as easy with the down in just about any situation. You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
They send him left out of the slot. Allen on third down. That's caught for the first. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, well, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. We send a man in motion. Another one for Cook. And he's brought down after a short gain. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. That's into the hands of Moore. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Williams on the play action. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has it at the 7. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice that both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Bears don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown! For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll send him over right. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Now Allen off the play action. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Allen gonna throw again. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. Bass now to kick this away. Tyler Scott now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Williams to throw on first. He has all day back there. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back, third down coming up. Williams from the gun. Has his man, it's Swift.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Shakir in motion right. First down throw for Allen. Sideline throw complete to Cooper.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They've got a first to begin the frame. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he drives it up past the 45. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
The Bears into the nickel for third down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Allen now on 1st down. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a 2nd quarter lead. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. Scott now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Chicago getting set to take the field now. They've stalled out since that first touchdown, Brock, while their opponents have done the opposite. They've heated up, and their original 7-point lead, now a deficit of 7. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Rolling out to his left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even if this QB knew from the very get-go somebody be waiting for him, there's no chance he was going to salvage that play. I'd be surprised if he even got a second to look upfield before he was greeted with the big old open arms for an easy sack.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Catch made by Allen. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Shakir in motion right. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Allen to throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Ball at the 33 for first down. To the air again, Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
To throw again, it's Allen. That's caught at the 4. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills grow their lead just before halftime. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills double their lead to 14. Bass now to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bears going on offense here late in the half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. Finds his target, Allen. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That's A.J. Epinesa on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Stays in. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Now here's Williams. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. The Bills are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Slot man in motion right. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. This will be caught by Cooper. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. On 1st down, Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They kick the running back in motion. Back to the air, Allen. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. So Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Allen gonna throw again. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. On is Tyler Bass for the Bills field goal try. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills leading. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Bass now to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the offense for the Bears to begin the 2nd half. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this 3rd quarter. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's Swift on second down. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
That's more on the quick slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running behind center with Swift. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Going to run again with Swift. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Williams from the gun. Moore's got it. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Williams on the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this, here he goes. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Able to get it to Moore. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Now it's a bootleg for him. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. Motioning left is their running back. He's got it! Touchdown, Chicago! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bills headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Scores! Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills push their lead further to start the half. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills take a 3-possession lead.
Bears 14.
Bass now to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Now an inside handoff to Swift. He's got to gain a 6 there. DeMar Hamlin getting there for the tackle. 6 yards the pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. To throw is Williams. Completed here to Komet. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Offense set for a 1st and 10. On the ground with Swift. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Second and 6 coming up here. Off the play fake, Williams. He's got it near the 8. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
1st and goal, Swift. Will score, touchdown Chicago. The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Cook trying this one up the gut. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Finds Kincaid. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now it's Cook. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Running back sent in motion. Allen now on first down. Cook calls it in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Now run by Cook. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.